Welcome back to my channel. So in this video I am going to teach you about the force on a moving charge in magnetic field. Means whenever a moving charge means the charge which is having some velocity. So if that charge enters in the magnetic field, then that charge will experience some kind of force, and that force will call it as the magnetic force. So in previous videos we have studied that whenever a current is flowing in any wire, around that wire magnetic field will be generated, and after that we have studied how to calculate the magnitude of that magnetic field at some particular point. So to calculate that magnetic field we have studied two laws. One is the Biot-Savart law and another one is the Ampere-Circuital law. So after that magnetic field is a vector quantity. So to determine the direction we have studied the right hand palm rule. Using right hand palm rule we can easily determine the direction of the magnetic field. So all those things we have already studied. So in this video we are going to study another topic that is different from that. Means in previous videos we have only discussed about the magnitude of the magnetic field, direction. So in this video we are going to study about whenever a charge enters in that magnetic field, what kind of force it can experience. So our answer is it will experiences the magnetic force. So next, after that, what are the conditions on which that force is dependent? Means force is dependent on what parameters. For example, whether it is dependent on the velocity of that charge or any direction, any angle. So all those things we will study, and formula how to calculate the force acting on that charge. So all those things we will discuss in this video. So let's start. So first we will take one wire. Consider this is one this is a conducting wire. So in this conducting wire I amount of current will be flowing. So when current is flowing, means surrounding this region magnetic field will be present. So if you take point P here, then what will be the direction of magnetic field at this point P? Means our answer is we will take our right hand palm rule, we will place thumb in direction of current and curl the finger. So if the fingers are curling inward, you will take it as the magnetic field will be inward. So similarly here if you take point Q, here when you take, the fingers will curl outward. So outward magnetic field is represented by the dot. So this thing we have studied. So next, after that what we will do means, here we will place one charge Q. Here I am placing one charge Q, and this charge is at rest. When this charge is at rest, then what we have observed means, instead here magnetic field is present, but because of the presence of magnetic field also there will be no force acting on this charge. So here I will write no effect. Means this magnetic field is not applying any force on this rest charge. Means there will be no force acting on this rest charge. Already in first video only we have discussed that magnetic field can apply force only on the moving charge. On rest charge it will not apply any kind of force. So here in this case it is not applying any kind of force. So next, after that, same wire if you take, and again here also if I amount of current will be flowing, and here I place the Q charge which is having some velocity, which is having some v velocity, and if this charge, if I move like this, so this is our charge Q, and this charge is moving in this direction with v velocity. Then what we have observed means, because of the presence of magnetic field in this region, this charge has got deflected. Means instead of going in this direction, what it has done means it has shown some deflection, means it is moving like this. So why this charge is moving like this means our answer is magnetic field, because magnetic field is applying force on this moving charge, because this is moving charge, it is not a rest charge. So according to Newton's law, when the particle will move, means when the particle will change its direction, means when force is applying on that object. So here magnetic field is applying force on this charge, so for that reason it is showing the deflection. So So this is the second observation, means here in this region this magnetic field is applying some force. Next, after that, question arises, how much force is applying and what is its direction. So this thing we are going to study. So our formula is F is equals to Q of V cross B. Force is a vector quantity, velocity and magnetic field is also a vector quantity, charge is a scalar. So this force is equals to Q of vector V cross vector B, means this force is dependent on what factor? Charge of this point, and next of this force is dependent on the velocity of this charge, means with how much velocity this charge is moving, and next magnetic field, means what is the strength of this magnetic field in this region. So on these three factors the force is dependent. So next, after this, the formula can be written as F is equals to QVB sin theta. F is equals to QVB sin theta, where theta is the angle between velocity of the charge and the magnetic field. So between these two the angle will be taken as theta, means this force is dependent on theta also, means angle between the magnetic field and the velocity of that charge. So now see here, if this is the direction of the velocity, means charge is moving in this direction, and this is the direction of the magnetic field, so angle between these two is taken as theta. So now in this case, if we want to calculate what is the amount of force acting on this charge, means we will take F is equals to QVB sin theta. So when you take this formula, then you can easily calculate the force. So next, after that, we will study in what cases the force will be zero. So first case, if or else we'll take when neutral charge means Q is equals to 0. Neutral charge, neutron, if neutron enters in the magnetic field, then it will not experience any kind of force. So in this case, your force, magnetic force will becomes 0. And next, second case, rest charge. In rest charge, your velocity will be 0. And if the charge is at rest, means it is not having velocity, then V is equals to 0. If you substitute this value here, then force will becomes 0, means in this case also the force will becomes 0. And next, third, B is equals to 0, means if there is no magnetic field, then there will be no force. If magnetic field is not present, means magnetic force is also 0. This is the third case. And next, fourth case, theta is equals to 0 degree or theta is equals to 180 degree. What is the meaning of this thing? Means if this is the direction of magnetic field and this is the direction of the charge, means in the both are moving in same direction. This is the direction of magnetic field and this is the direction of the charge. If both are moving in same direction, means theta value will be taken as 0. So if you substitute this 0 value here, sin 0 will become 0, then force is also 0, means in this case our magnetic force will become 0. And here, if this is the direction of the magnetic field and this is the direction of the charge, means magnetic field is in this direction and charge is moving in the opposite direction, both are anti-parallel. So in this case our theta value will be taken as 180 degree. So if you substitute this 180 degree here, sin 180 value will be taken as 0, means this whole term will become 0, then force is equals to 0. Means in all these four cases our magnetic force will becomes 0. First thing is, when you take the neutral charge, means this charge Q is equals to 0, then also force will be 0. Rest charge means when the charge is not in motion, it is in rest, then also force will be 0. And next, If there is no magnetic field means no force. Next, theta is equals to 0 and theta is equals to 180 degree. Theta equals to 0 means both the charge and the magnetic field both are moving in same direction. When they are moving in opposite direction, then also our force will be 0. So all these 4 cases you have to remember, and next we will study about the direction of force, how to determine the direction of magnetic force. Magnetic force. So we are having 3 rules. One is the screw rule, and second one is the Fleming's left hand rule, Fleming's left hand rule, and third one is the right hand palm rule. Right hand palm rule. So using these 3 rules we can determine the direction of the magnetic force. So let's start. I will give you examples. First we will take the screw rule. So this is the direction of V, means charge is moving in this direction, and this is the direction of the magnetic field. Then if we want to determine the direction of force here, then what will be the direction of force means screw. You should take one screw and rotate that screw in direction from V to B. If you rotate like this, V to B means like this. So when you are rotating like this, then you can observe that that screw is coming outward. If the screw is coming outward, then magnetic field is taken as outward. Outward magnetic field is taken as dot. So here our magnetic field is force is outward. Screw rule means you have to rotate the screw from V to B in the direction of V to B. So like this, if you rotate, then you can see that that screw is coming outward. So this is the force is outward. Next, after that we will take Fleming's left hand rule. So in Fleming's left hand rule, you have to use your left hand and you can determine the direction. So I will tell you thumb. Thumb will shows here 3 fingers we will use in Fleming's left hand rule. These 3 fingers you have to use. This thumb will shows the direction of force. This 4 finger will shows the direction of the magnetic field, and this middle finger will shows the direction of current. So all these 3 are perpendicular to each other. Means this force is perpendicular to B. See this angle perpendicular, and here magnetic field and current also both. All these 3 are perpendicular to each other. So you have to use your left hand to determine the direction of the force. So thumb shows the direction of force. Forefinger shows the direction of magnetic field, and middle finger shows the direction of the charge, or else you can take it as current, charge or the current. So next I will give you example. So here this is our uniform magnetic field. Cross, what it shows? Cross means magnetic field is inward. So this is our uniform magnetic field. In this uniform magnetic field, this charge Q is moving in this direction. This is our first example. So here we are having one uniform magnetic field, and this magnetic field direction is inward because cross Cross means inward magnetic field, and this is the charge q which is moving with velocity v in this direction. Now determine the direction of the force. So to determine the direction of force, you have to use your left hand to apply the Fleming's left hand rule. So see here, this B you should take inward because magnetic field is inward, and this is the direction of the charge. This is the direction of charge and this is the direction of the current. See this thumb is pointing upward, means this is the direction of the force. So like that we can determine the direction of the force. So next, second case, here also we will take uniform magnetic field, but here magnetic field is outward. So in this outward magnetic field, here we will take charge q which is moving in this direction. Then what will be the direction of the force? So our answer is, we will take our left hand. First you have to see the direction of the magnetic field. So magnetic field is outward, means this finger will be taken in the outward direction, and this charge is moving like this, outward, and this is the charge. Direction of charge, direction of magnetic field. Where the thumb is pointing? The thumb is pointing downward, means force is acting downward. So this is the direction of the force. And next, third case, if this is the direction of the magnetic field, means in this direction magnetic field is present, and this is our charge q which is moving like this with v velocity. Then what will be the direction of force? So first you have to take your forefinger and place in the direction of the magnetic field. This is the direction of charge, direction of magnetic field. So now see this thumb is pointing outward. So outward quantity always represented by the dot. So here force is outward. So here force is outward means represented by dot. Force is outward. So next, fourth case, here magnetic field will take downward. So this is the direction of magnetic field, and this is the charge q, and this charge is moving like this with v velocity. Now determine the direction of the force. So now place magnetic field downward. Magnetic field is downward, and this is the direction of charge. Direction of charge, magnetic field is downward, and this thumb is pointing inward. So inward can be represented by the cross. So here the force is inward. So this is the fourth case. Next, fifth case. This is the direction of magnetic field. In this case also the charge is moving with this velocity, and this charge here we will take minus charge, means here we are taking negative charge. When you take negative charge, then what you have to do means, in which direction you will get the force, that you have to reverse. Now how to apply means, this is the direction of magnetic field, this is the direction of velocity, and thumb is pointing inward. But what you have to take? You have to take the force is outward, because here you have taken the negative charge. So when you take negative charge, you have to reverse the direction. So once again see here, this is the direction of magnetic field, and this is the direction of the charge q, and this thumb is pointing inward, but here you have to take outward. So outward is represented by dot. This is the direction of the force. See the difference in these two cases. If positive charge, inward, here because of this negative charge we have reversed the direction of the force. So in this way we can determine the direction of the magnetic force. So next, third one is the right hand palm rule. Now we will use right hand palm rule. Right hand palm rule is also called as magical rule, because it is very easy in all these three rules. Right hand palm rule. So now this is the direction of the magnetic field, and this is the direction of the charge q. then what will be the direction of force? So in this case what we will do means, we will take our right hand. You have to take your right hand and place this thumb in the direction of the current, and these fingers will shows the direction of the magnetic field, and this palm shows the direction of the force in case of the right hand palm rule. This you have to remember, that thumb always shows the direction of current, for these fingers will shows the direction of magnetic field, and this palm shows the direction of the magnetic force. So now take your right hand, place the fingers in the direction of magnetic field and thumb in the direction of the current. Where this palm is showing, palm is inward. So inward magnetic field, inward quantity can be represented by the cross. So here the force is inward. So similarly, if you take the magnetic field reverse, then this is the direction of the charge. Then again place these fingers in the direction of magnetic field and thumb in the direction of the current. Where the palm is showing, palm is outward. So outward quantity can be represented by the dot. So here the force is outward. So like this you can determine the direction using the right hand palm rule. In screw rule, what you have to do, in screw rule you have to take the screw and rotate in the direction from V to B. In V to B, if you are rotating, if your screw is coming outward, then the force will be outward. If the screw is going inward, then our magnetic force will be inward. And next, Fleming's left hand rule. In Fleming's left hand rule, you have to take your left hand. This thumb will shows direction of force, and this middle forefinger will shows the direction of magnetic field, and this middle finger will shows the direction of the current. So this is all about how to determine the direction of the magnetic field. In next class we will determine magnitude of that magnetic force. So stay tuned.